Hi everyone, welcome to the
Like the
third
recording start.
podcast of the year. It's the last one of the year. Here today we have Eric, Alice, Justin, Martin, and I, and we're joined by our one of our friends, who's Jesus. He's our current guest, and yeah.
He's also
Uh,
a. Go ahead, go ahead.
oh no, you
He's
go.
also
Okay.
a.
He's also a member of SHIP, or should I say, an officer.
This feels
Mm.
more stilted than if we had the artificial bit, guys.
I honestly just want to be like, all right, you guys just call me in, okay? And I'll just.
Oh, okay, we should.
All right,
Okay.
wait,
Just do
guys!
the
I have a great idea for a guest for the podcast. I'll call Jesus. Beep boop bop bop beep. Hey, you want to be a part of our podcast? Great, just pop on in.
Just pop on in.
This is where you come in, dude.
Whoa! Hello!
Welcome home, welcome
This
home.
lag.
Oh, welcome home. Thank you, thank you.
All
Oh,
right.
Jesus, introduce yourself.
Wait, who the heck are you, Jesus?
I am Jesus. Thank you very
How
much.
did you get in?
I do not know.
Who let him in here?
Well, welcome. ASME's third podcast. Leading up to the new year, it's the last podcast of the year. So we're just going to go ahead and introduce ourselves so y'all will know us. I'm Martin, Vice President of ASME.
I'm Erasmo, projects chair of ASME.
I am Eric Trejo. I am events chair for ASME.
I am Justin. I am one of the public relations officers for ASME.
I am Alice. I am the other public relations officer for ASME.
And I'm
And our
Jesus.
guest. Oh,
Oh, yeah, no. I
Our
introduced
special
myself.
guest.
Hey,
And our
let him
special
introduce
guest.
himself.
I'm just joking.
Our esteemed, honored guest.
Ah, yes, thank you. Where's the titles?
Where are the titles? The
Our
Keck
friend
Lord
Jesus, who
himself.
has graciously come over here.
Our comrade, our communist camaraderie,
Jeez.
our battle brother, our man of the honor. Okay,
Our?
Yes.
commander of the ship officer, and comadre, the man in the Santa costume. What are my titles?
Okay, so Jesus, the student, he's a student at UTD and a member of ASME, but also an officer for SHIP. So, Jesus, can you tell us a little bit about SHIP?
All right, so a really quick rundown of SHIP. It was a society of Hispanic professional engineers. It was actually founded in Los Angeles, California, in 1974 by a group of engineers, and it was mainly used to promote a lot of Hispanic engineers around. Because if you do not know, a lot of minorities have a lot of troubles going into engineering fields because usually they are dominated by a lot of the major like white people. So the ship was created in order to help out Hispanics, and nowadays is helping out Indians and other minor people try to get into the field and try to get more opportunities than we would have without it. Our vision and our scope is we just want to kind of empower the minorities of the entire community where it's founded and all around the U.S. and let's try to realize the full potential that any engineer can have, even without all the opportunities they would not have gotten if they weren't a minority. And our five pillars of SHIP is one, academic development, two, chapter development slash networking, three, leadership and development, four, outreach, community, and service, and five is professional development. And a lot of the major thing we do at SHIP at UTD is something for the SHIP conference. It's a really huge conference. It has over 1,000 companies that go and try to kind of get interns and all that stuff. It's actually somewhere where I got my current internship for the summer. And what we try to do primarily is try to prepare everyone that is currently a SHIP member, try to get better, try to boost our resumes, try to reinforce ourselves so that when we all can finally go to that SHIP conference, that maybe we can land an internship. And yes, so that's a really quick rundown.
All right, cool.
Sure.
So what do you do at SHIP?
Currently, I am the recruitment and retention officer. So many of this entails trying to do a lot of the PR, trying to do a lot of the recruitment. I try to keep members engaged in the current COVID situation. A lot of the things right now are very nonchalant. There is a lot of issues that, of course, that you guys have probably experienced, where a lot of members, some after a while this semester, as we all saw, they slowly started to stop coming. So my job was to try to get them to start coming instead of to stop coming to our events. And I did this through a multitude of means, whether it be through socials, trying to make everyone into our familia, try to propaganda our events more often, and try to do more for ship in general. And other things that I do is the socials, and I also try to do workshops for the group, and I also try to get all the officers together and try to make a better officer group engagement.
That's interesting. So, what are kind of the strategies that you kind of used in specific against COVID and stuff like that? I know it was a very virtual year, and we had our take on it, but like, what was your guys' approach on how to handle the coronavirus at UTD?
The main approach we took, as I know everyone has, is taking a more virtual response. And this means by making our meetings more recorded, making a website that we actually had our technology team create for the club. We were able to upload our meetings. We advertised the meetings through that. We also created a little network through Slack. I don't know if you know what it is. It's kind of like Discord, but it's a little more professional. But honestly, they could be interchangeable. But that's where it started on UTD. So we started to divert more resources into the Slack channel. We also do a lot of workshops. We had to do a lot of If you did not know, we try to outreach a lot to companies like Capital One. We had a meeting with them. Lockheed. We have a tour of their facility this next semester. Other companies such as State Farm. We've had a workshop with them. We've also had a workshop with multiple of other companies, and in order to kind of develop ourselves a little bit more, we had to do a lot of online sessions where me and the president, we have to go and do one-on-ones with a representative of the company, and from there on, we would try to kind of persuade them into trying to do something with us and cooperate with them.
All right. And I know you're a mechanical engineer because I've had you for a couple of classes, but what's the like percentages of the different engineering groups that you know for ship, or is it kind of something you guys don't talk about and just kind of
I could talk about it. Of course,
It's
right
not
now
all
UTD
engineers.
there's a large proportion of software and computer science engineers. So I would say around 50% or maybe like 40 to 60% is com sci related, and then we have a little bit more of a minority towards the mechanical, the biomedical, the electrical, and a very few select few computer engineers. And so that's where our current diversity remains. And in order to try to diversify all of our events, we do try to go into computer science and practical means, like for mechanical engineering kind of events. So we try to do a lot of both.
All right, cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to kind of move into the holidays and winter break in general and seeing how that's kind of going for us. So, what do you guys feel about finally getting out of our semester of fall?
Feels
Man,
glorious.
the best feeling ever when you turn in your last exam. You did all the class surveys, which, by the way, if y'all aren't doing class surveys, you should do, because you can do them in just a couple of seconds and you can see your grade, and then you're like, all right, I'm done. I wipe my hands of it, relax. Time to become the potato. Meld into the couch and vegetate. This is what winter break is all about. And like other stuff too, but just a nice break. And I am thoroughly enjoying it.
A nice long 6-week break, yes, sir.
Oh,
It's like
yes.
4 months.
6 weeks.
It's
Damn.
2
Yeah,
months.
6 weeks for me.
Oh yeah, me either.
When do we go back? The
Uh,
18th, right?
yes, the 18th.
That
Wait,
technically
wait,
19th.
I thought it was 19.
18th is, I believe, Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we get that off and we come in on the Tuesday.
Yeah, 19.
So,
Shit.
yeah. So, what have you guys been finding yourself doing? Is it seriously just gaming and relaxing and sleeping, or have you guys tried to do
All
other
right,
stuff?
well, let me answer that question with a question of my own. Are we engineers?
Yes.
What do you think? We use our freedom.
Oh man. Have you guys like? I mean, this is just a redundant question because I already know the answer. But have you guys tried learning a new program, like in terms of like programming languages or anything tech related?
I wouldn't say learn. I'd say refining. So
Hmm.
I got a 3D printer, and I've been messing with a lot of CAD, and I also do that at work, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
I could lie and say that I did, and I didn't.
Hmm.
I'm a bad. Look, I'm just saying that. Okay, so I'm in senior design. So I've kind of been doing all that stuff the entire break
Mm.
or the entire semester. I did so much CAD to the point where I was starting to get a little sick of CAD, which is bad because I love CAD. So I took the opportunity to do not CAD. Yes,
Mhm.
but I'll get back to it once we get back into the semester.
I haven't been doing any. Sorry, go ahead, Alice.
Thanks. I really haven't. I've been catching up on other things. Okay, so the week after finals was full potato mode. Like I don't care. I was potato mode.
Yeah.
And then the week after I started to do stuff, there's a couple like side projects I wanted to get done. They weren't really engineering related. Um, but and then holiday week, I spent this entire week cooking because my parents or my family just like ignores COVID. So acknowledge its existence when convenient, but this week was not convenient, I guess. So I spent this entire week cooking, and I'm so tired. Like I'm not gonna do anything productive this week because did I say this week? I meant last week, but yesterday
Yeah.
too. This
Yeah.
this other week, I don't think like I'm going to do anything
Let's
like school related or
let's be real. During the
yeah.
breaks, the weeks kind of start to meld together a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Yeah, cooking definitely. It's the season of cooking right now for a lot of people. I myself cooked a fair amount along with my family. We made a fruit cake, and then my dad was like, "Let's make another fruit cake." And I was like, "How much fruit cake do you think we can eat?" Well, we're about to test it out. So now the kitchen smells like sugar and alcohol because
Yeah.
you have to
Gotta
drench
put a little bit of run.
depends on it. We have this old French, I think it's either a cognac or a brandy. I didn't look at the label too closely. It's an ancient bottle, though. It smells very strongly when you open it. So,
Yeah.
yes, we splash that in. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I came back home the day
Splash.
before Christmas Eve, and then the day of Christmas Eve, my parents came up to me and they said, "All right, you're making the two main meals by yourself." I'm like, all right.
Nice. Oh, wait. All right. Poll. Christmas. When do you celebrate? Eve or day?
We have
Day.
a
Oh,
big
What is
party
Christmas?
Eve, but
Yeah,
we open
Alice
presents
know what's
today.
up. All y'all Christmas barbarians, Christmas Eve where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually I celebrate Christmas Eve, but I was at work that day. So I
That's
had to fly in Christmas Day and celebrate it then, which was a little bit unfortunate,
I had
but
to fly in, and boy, were my arms tired.
Uh,
But no,
Bless
I
your
got a
soul.
chuckle. That's what
Bless.
matters.
Oh, okay. That was funny.
yes.
Oh, that
Thank
was
you.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. But continue on, Jesus. How was your dinner experience?
What did you make? What did you make?
What
That's
did
the
I make?
question.
All right. Well, if you don't know me, there's one dish that if you ask, Eric is laughing. If you ask me to cook something, it's gonna entail one certain thing. And when I had to feed 9 people, so I was like, I know what to make. I made beef and spaghetti.
Beef and spaghetti.
Beef and
Sir.
spaghetti. Yeah.
I made
is.
some
I
myself.
have gotten very good at making beef and spaghetti. I have mastered the ways over a year. I've gone crafty. Weeks on weeks of just eating beef and spaghetti. I have gotten so good to the point where I can make it with my eyes closed. I don't.
As
Everyone
goes the college life, right?
gets one signature dish, and it can be the dish that you bake to impress people. It can be the dish that you make to comfort yourself when you just want to eat some good food. But you just get,
I think you misunderstand. Like the beginning of the beef and spaghetti story was not out of me wanting to, but me trying to survive.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
In
His
college, what do
his
you
monthly
expect?
Life forces the dish upon you. You don't get to choose.
Eric was there.
his weekly food budget was $25 a week.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like rice and
You're
beans,
scraping
bro,
by.
man. That's like I have a can of
I
beans
He
and a
was.
pot
He
of
was.
rice, and this is what I'm gonna eat for the week.
I got very good at making beef and spaghetti. I could make it with any kind of side dish. It's just I got
Is it
very
just
good.
is the beef like a meat sauce?
well, nowadays I make the beef and I kind of most of the time you kind of cook the beef and the pasta separately. But nowadays I found a technique where you can use a bowl and you can try to melt both of the beef and the pasta together, and try to put all the flavors together with like other vegetables and seasoning and peppers, and put
Oh,
a
so
little bit
it's
of
not
cheese at
like
the end.
a
Efficiency.
spaghetti sauce thing. It's like
No,
a casserole sort of thing, or what?
it's just everything.
It's just beef and
Oh.
spaghetti.
It's beef and
Everything.
spaghetti with spices that I've learned over the years that go along with. I also made ham, but that's kind of boring.
Just shove it in the
You can
oven.
make a lot of sauce for very cheap if you use canned tomatoes, because canned tomatoes are like one of the cheapest canned vegetables out there. It's like 25 cents a can. It's like, and
The
these are
UTC
big
connoisseur,
cans too.
it gives you a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever used the UTD comment board, but I have. Yeah.
The comic board's great. Shout out to comic board.
Shout out to comment board.
Yes.
Hubbard.
For
I think that's what
Christmas,
you're trying to say.
my family made beef rib roast
See,
because
that's
Tom
where you're
has
wrong. It has to be
great
beef and
steel.
spaghetti.
So I look at this roast and it's like $80, and I'm like, nah. But then I was like, slash price $40. I'm like, eh? And then slash price $20, and I'm like, that's a big discount. I'm just gonna take this before someone else does. It was pretty good actually. The beef came out nice and tender, as beef does.
As beef does.
Have you
Yes,
ever
sir.
bought those large
And then
beef packets?
I wasn't. We did not get to eat
The large rolls that are like this
Yeah,
big.
the large rolls,
mashed
the big chungus.
Big chungus.
I'd say I have one
I did not-
getting unfrozen.
I did not get to eat my favorite side, mashed potatoes. Instead, I had to settle for the lamer cousin, riced potatoes, which is just lamer mashed potatoes. So
Interesting.
it was unfortunate, but it's still fine.
Well, that's all dinner stuff. Since I celebrated Christmas Day, I had a lot of breakfast food. I had beans, eggs, bacon,
Beans.
tortillas, like the whole breakfast. What's it
Yeah.
called?
Ordeal or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
ordeal. Yeah, the whole thing. Breakfast
Man.
burritos, breakfast tacos. Yeah, it was all there.
I had
Pancakes.
pancakes, but
Pancakes.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
not the American style pancakes. My dad's French Canadian. He does them thin like crepes.
Ooh, crepes.
Yeah, you put a little bit of orange juice in it for a little bit of citrus. You put it in the batter.
Oh,
It's part of the thing. It makes it a little
makes it sweet.
sweeter and a little orangey. It's pretty good. If you're fancy, you can use like an orange rind and like grate it, but that's effort. It's too much effort
Yeah.
for pancakes.
It is.
For well, like, since I came in at like the afternoon of Christmas Day, we decided to just like skip lunch and like make a really massive dinner, because when you're gonna make a big dinner, you gotta skip lunch sometimes. So my mom made what's called tacos I don't know how to say it. It's a Spanish word, but it's like birria. Um, and it's like a traditional dish from Jalisco. And oh man, it was so good. So basically, like you cook the meat in a broth, really spicy broth. It has like chiles and
What
onions
meat?
and all.
Like beef or pork or
Yeah,
chicken?
it's a beef.
Mhm.
And then whatever you don't, I mean, like the broth is left over, and you chop up the meat and stuff like that, and you fry the tacos, and like I forget what fat they
Fry the
use.
taco.
Yeah,
That
so
sounds
it's like
tasty.
fried tacos.
Tortilla. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you serve the broth on the side, and as you're eating the taco, you're supposed to like dip it in and then eat it. So if it like since you do fry it, it kind of gets hard, but as you like dip, it like softens up, and it's just like a whole mess. And we ate like I think we had like 15 tacos each, and
Oh,
it was amazing. It's just
Erasmo, after COVID's done and we all have our big potluck, you're gonna provide that, right? You're gonna make all of that for us.
well, the thing is, my parents started cooking it around 2. We ate
Uh-huh.
like around 11.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
we
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
chill out the whole day.
say that you don't care for us enough to make a
It's
hour
it's a
dish. I am so offended, Erasmo, that you would not do that for us.
it's a thing I will attempt to do. I will make a poor man's version of it.
Poor man's version. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'll wait.
I look
I'll wait.
forward to that.
Yes. Oh man, the ASME
This was a mistake before this podcast. Yeah.
The ASME
and
grill and
spaghetti.
chill.
yes. Oh man. Eric, what did you get for or what'd you eat for Christmas?
Oh God, I didn't eat anything special. I made.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I woke up at like midday, like more like 2 or 3.
As you do on Christmas. I did an
Uh,
all-nighter. I just stayed up.
it was honestly the first like 2 days to have like an actual break from work and school. So that was kind of nice. That was kind of nice. I just woke up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Well, woke up like at 8, stayed in bed till 2 or 3. and then my cousin texted me. She said, "Hey, come over. We got tamales." I said, "You know what?
Yeah.
You're right. On my way."
Tamale.
And then they had some. Pretty sure it was pork tamales, some fajitas, and some grilled chicken. It was,
I
it was
mean,
all
what
it
are
all
the other
slapped.
kinds of tamales? It's just
You have
I mean,
pork,
chicken,
like pork is like
beef,
the
chicken.
cheese.
default though, right? Like when someone says tamale, like the default one's pork, right?
Depends where you come from.
Depends the
I would say
person. Yeah, it
cheese.
depends where you come from.
Because
Okay.
tamales
Yeah.
are
Because if you come from like
Because
South America, you're talking about just a whole different type of tamale. But like if you're coming from South Mexico or North Mexico, whole different style and everything.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
yeah, I know I have a friend who's Chilean, and I asked her what's their version of tamales. They said, "Oh, we have our own version," and it's literally just corn inside of the tamale. It's like, okay, so you wrap corn with more corn. Very nice.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it tastes good.
I'm pretty sure.
Making the just making the corn, like the corn's already wrapped the corn,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. But I think you also have to use the batter that makes the
Yeah,
tamale,
yeah,
and then
Yeah.
put
batter and
corn
stuff.
inside there.
Mm.
So could be cool.
That'd be cool.
Transitioning from food to presents. Did you guys get anything special this Christmas?
I got a bottle.
Got a
Nice.
bottle of what?
Yeah. Tequila. It was Don
okay.
Julio.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
is actually a pretty decent gift. So I got
I
myself
don't
a little.
prefer tequila myself, but I can appreciate the gift of alcohol. You know.
Yes.
I got myself a little 3D mouse. So this is gonna be awesome. To mess with.
Oh, that's the same one
Yeah.
from school, no?
Yeah. So I really like these things. I haven't used the ones at school because I took CAD last semester.
Mm.
So I didn't have the opportunity, but I did have an engineer like recommend me one of these. And I was just like, that'd be awesome. And my dad overheard it, and well, that's my Christmas present.
Wow.
And I'm
Oh,
actually
Nice.
happy about it.
I got a mug.
You got a mug.
Oh,
See the
what's
mug.
the mug say? Wait.
We
Zoom out a
can't
little
see
bit.
it.
See
Yeah,
it.
Zoom out a bit.
zoom out a bit. It gets too blurry there.
You when I say
Oh,
it
oh,
blurs it
no,
out.
no.
Put,
Wait,
put
read
your
what it
put a
says.
finger
Wait.
in
Actually,
front of
hold
it.
it to your chest. Hold it to your chest.
Oh, wait, stay there. Me when I say I'll be ready at 5. Hey, yeah, that's me.
That's good.
That is very fitting.
Yeah,
It
whoa,
is.
what does that mean?
I feel like all of us can relate to that mug very, very much.
Yeah.
Me-
Like when
me-
you have an 8 a.m. virtual class, you're like, do I like see before it was I'm too lazy to get out of my bed, put on clothes,
And drive to
and
school.
either walk to class or drive to school. Now it's I'm too lazy to grab my laptop and shift it over to the desk.
Just use your phone
Yeah.
now. That's
It's just
crazy.
like, eh,
Yeah.
Effort.
okay, class
Effort.
technically. I'm at class technically.
Go back to sleep kind of deal. Oh, jeez. That's
Yeah.
not a good thing. Do not follow that example, but
And then you oversleep and you're still in the class.
yeah.
You're that
I
one
might have
person
caught him a
who
few times.
makes a
Just
1 hour class into 3 hours.
Yeah,
The recording never stops.
Whoops.
Yes,
So there was one time where I was at work and I joined the meeting, and then I left for the day, and I came back the next day, and it was
Still
still there. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
That's
man.
good.
Any
What
other
about?
gifts?
Oh yeah. Anyone else want to share a nice little gift?
Alice, did you get any gifts?
Oh yeah. I got a weighted blanket from my cousin. It was nice. Oh, it's so hard to get out of bed. It's not bad.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, cause like it's weighted over you, so like when you wake up and it's like even the tiniest
They kind of
amount of
exaggerate.
chilliness, it's just like I don't want to get out. This is so warm and comfy.
I don't got the strength.
Yeah.
I got my mom a heat blanket, which is kind of like a weighted blanket, except not really.
Yeah.
But heat.
But
Yeah,
he,
But
You connect it to the wall
yeah,
and then
but
heat it up.
I
Oh,
can
that's
turn it into
cursed.
a heat transfer problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
I guess one of my aunts got me a big old Mexican blanket.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the design on it? Because they usually have
It's
like an animal or something.
yeah, it's two wolves. It's this big blue one right here. It's hidden.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
For my
It's
for my eyes only.
Is it the two wolves meme? There are two wolves inside of you. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
I don't
Okay.
know. That could go anywhere.
Dude, everything's a meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh man.
Especially 2020.
um. Was there
Any
anything?
pros-
Oh wait. What were
no,
you
you go
saying?
ahead. Yeah, any prospects for the 2021? Want to predict the year? Want to predict how bad it'll be?
Yo, actually, I'm trying to predict when I'm gonna get my vaccine.
Oh.
oh,
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
One of
I'm
my
an
cousins
essential worker,
volunteers.
we're
If
the
you
lowest.
if you volunteer at a hospital, you get it for free. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're,
They'll hit you with
they're
Yeah.
prioritizing healthcare, so
Yeah.
we'll probably be last. Or
Yeah.
No, see,
Yeah.
Like,
trick is to
I'm
go volunteer
gonna
once.
since I work at a grocery store, I'm kind of like not. I'm like in the what's the word they use?
essential workers.
Yeah, I'm under the essential workers thing,
Yeah.
so I'll also get the opportunity to get it. But they've said maybe around March or something like that.
yeah,
They
so
really
there's a priority list, and there's
Yeah.
factors that can move you up or down, right? So like at the very top is all of the rich people and the politicians, because you know they're either trading favors or being on like I'm important to the government, so I gotta have it. Okay, right?
No, it's
So
because
then
they're all
underneath
old.
them is like healthcare workers, and then it's like the older you are, the sooner you'll get it. So like if you're like an 80-year-old man, you'll get it. But see, here's the problem: we're all college age students. So even if you're an essential worker, you're like you're at the bottom, and then you're like I'm an essential worker. Okay, you're like there now. Instead of getting it in May, you'll get it in March, which is better, but like
Yeah.
not the greatest. But that's just what it is, being the in probability the least likely to be conked out by the COVID. So we are the lowest
Anti-vaxxers
priority.
are at the very bottom.
Yes, it's just
They won't get it.
Oh man.
They're another story. Anyway.
That is another story.
Yes.
What
Oh.
you doing? What?
Oh.
That's a quick mute right there.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll talk about my Christmas gift because we skipped
Alright,
over it.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead,
Oh, jeez.
Raspo.
I thought
Wow. Okay.
we kind of said it. Wait, I didn't skip over it. That was
Yeah.
you.
No, we were kind of still in it.
You
Kind of
skipped
still in
over
it.
me,
Yeah.
Raspo.
Might have been me.
Look,
Might have
Raspo,
been me.
I'm looking for an excuse to be mad at you. Just let me have it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I
Wait,
got.
what's the story behind this?
The story is. Wait, what? Over my gift? No, it's not super special. It's just it's a book because I'm a nerd. So and it's a complete collection of Edgar Allan Poe. But if you look very closely, he's got a funky face. I hope you guys can see it. Wait, no.
No,
Wait,
I
put it to
kind
your
of
chest.
no.
Put it to your chest.
Yeah, okay, wait. Yeah, can you see
Wait.
him?
But we got to keep your face in. If not, it
Looks
blurs
like
it out.
It looks
Yeah.
like some sort of vampire from
He's just like
the old Scooby-Doo
I like
animation.
It. I like it. He's just like staring at you and silently judging you for all the crimes you've done in your life, as book covers do. But my other favorite gift was all my extended relatives gave me money. Everyone's just like
Nice.
it's not like they all gave me a bunch, but it's like $20 from my aunt, noise. $20 from my cousin, noise. And then it racks up over time, you know? And
Yep.
it's like, help me with my tuition. Oh yeah.
I got an Instant Pot.
Kind of an instant pot pod.
Oh, noise,
Oh,
Oh,
noise.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your job give you anything?
My boss gave me $30. My company gave me like 100.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. My company gave me
Nice.
100 as well. I was like,
Nice.
dude, that's what's up. Let's
What
go.
the fuck?
Nice.
What? What? Your
With that
small
Instant Pot,
company
though,
gave
be
you
careful.
100?
One of the things
Dude,
I
And I'm
found
exactly.
out
surrounded by
when we
people
started
who are
using an
earning
Instant Pot
80K more?
is things burn. When things burn on the bottom, you have to take it out and scrape it off, and it like extends the cooking time by like an hour. So just be careful about that, man. It's really frustrating.
With the Instant Pot?
Oh.
I
This
have
guy's
to,
just
Oh,
gonna
great.
Google.
I'm now in some sort of shadow realm where people are talking and I can't hear them, and I assume they can't hear me.
Oh no.
That's cool.
Oh,
We can hear you.
Yeah.
yeah.
we can
Yeah.
hear you.
If you guys saw, I got a little mocha pot, which is a fancy way of making coffee. So that's awesome.
Hey.
Um.
Oh
Also-
yeah, I can't hear y'all. That's fine.
Oh, you can't hear us.
Don't worry.
I'm in
we
the
can
shadow
hear you.
realm. That's cool.
Okay.
Oh, I got
I don't know. I'll see if I can fix this.
All right. So, one thing I was actually just reading right now.
If I
the vac-
raise my hand,
He's gone.
Okay. Oh, he's gone.
He
Gone.
raised his hand.
All right,
Okay.
we're facing a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's okay. I was actually reading right now that the vaccine is going to come in 2 doses.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It depends on which one you get.
Moderna, I think, is
Wait.
2 doses.
Yeah, the
Some
Pfizer as
only
well.
require one, but I think the one out now is 2.
Mhm.
Some of my relatives have gotten it, and that's the 2-dose one. So
Mhm.
they've got their first dose, and then now they're just waiting for the second dose.
it takes
Yeah.
like a month, right, for the second dose or something.
No clue.
Yeah, something like
Uh,
that.
According to my cousin, it is painless, unlike the tetanus.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I've heard of mixed things about it. I heard like the day off is fine, but then like the couple days after, you start to feel like
Mhm.
you really sore,
Fatigued,
like
yeah.
it's like mild symptoms, but then it like clears up.
Yeah.
It just depends on people. I've heard that some people it's miserable. Some people it's just like a mild cold or something.
Have you
It
ever
probably
had the
also
like COVID
depends.
test? Oh man, you're back.
Yes, I'm back from the shadow realm, but
Where is your camera?
Yeah, your
Uh,
camera's off.
wait.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go.
There you
All
go.
good.
Yeah, so like it depends on like your natural immune system, right? So if you're like already naturally your immune system's not as strong, then it's gonna be a little worse off for you. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I haven't read exactly, but it's either they weaken the COVID cells or they've transferred some of the properties of COVID virus to a different virus so that it can create this. The body can generate the same sort of antibodies, because that's the point of the vaccine, right? Is to get the proper antibodies introduced into your system. And the way that it does that is it has to recognize COVID. So it's either weakened COVID or a something that is disguised as COVID, so that your body can try to make those antibodies.
Have you ever
So
had the COVID test though? Like the actual test?
Oh, dude, absolutely. I've gotten one, dude.
Has
That
your
thing was
nose been
painful.
violated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, quite.
Oh man, it is quite the feeling to get your brain itched,
Yeah.
as they call it. Oh man, it's so weird.
It,
It
once
is
you
I have a
start
friend
twisting
who's
the
basically an expert in COVID tests because they've been getting them like basically twice a week for the last month.
oh god.
And
Have
apparently
no
there are
nostrils.
better tests out there. There are ones where they don't just like shove like a pole straight into your brain. It's like there are better ones out there. I was like, man, if I ever need a COVID test, you got to tell me where you got those, because I am not looking forward to a broom handle just going.
I mean, it's not that bad, but
It tickles a lot.
yeah, it's a very
Hour
ticklish feeling though.
And, yeah.
You'll get lucky if they don't twist. I'll say that much.
But they
They
have
twist,
to.
it's over.
They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving away from the COVID conversation, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. What are you guys' goals and stuff like that for 2020? At least the first month
2021.
or
2020?
2021. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2
It
days
never
in
ends.
2020.
It never ends.
All the memes about December 23rd, 20 or 20 or December 20.
30 seconds. Oh jeez.
He's
No.
gone.
Oh no.
We're gonna make
Oh,
all the
no.
memes about December 32nd, 2020 real. You're gonna do it, Erasmo. Stop.
Oh man.
Um,
See, I had this epic thought at work today. I was like, dude, what if 2020 was the prequel to 2021?
God no.
Because it's the first 2020. You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh
2020.
my
Please
god.
no. I don't think we can handle like
It's
the
gonna be-
world and me personally.
if
I don't think we can handle that.
if this is Star Wars, 2020 was the bad prequel, and then
Exactly.
2021 is the good trilogy,
Ah, of
except
course, of course.
1 year.
And then the
Right?
next year is gonna be even worse
Oh my god.
Uh,
by the standards of the Star Wars fans.
Let's not extend the metaphor that far.
All right.
You know, if you think about it, the prequels aren't that bad. Like, yeah, they're bad, but like, there's a lot of good moments. And man, prequel memes are just amazing. They're spicier than any other memes, any other era of Star Wars.
Hello
It's
there.
called all those Obi. I love Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's a walking meme factory.
He is a meat factory. Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah. 13 1, 2020.
Oh
Mm.
jeez. But
It's like
back
it
to
gave
Star
us
Wars.
beloved characters like Jar Jar, right? We all love Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
yeah,
The dark secret
yeah.
of Jar Jar.
I don't know. Dark Sith Jar Jar is still
Like
something
that.
I'm waiting
It's
for.
pretty neat.
I saw that video. It was so bad. Moving back to New Year's resolutions. What are your guys' hopes and dreams for next year?
Hopes and dreams.
My hopes and dreams. What are the? What was that?
I'm ready.
Oh wait,
Ready.
Eric, we can't really hear you. Wait, Eric, sorry, Martin.
Can you hear
Okay.
me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm planning on graduating, and nothing's gonna stop me. Graduating in spring. I'm ready to be done with school. I want to make money, guys. I'm tired of being.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah, a very valid point. Tired of being a poor college student.
I want that engineering salary. The reason we all took this major.
Oh man.
New Year's resolutions? I don't think I have any. I just want to be productive and like hopefully land an internship, but that's not really, that's more external. Actually no, I'm going to land an internship.
There you go. Now it's a resolution.
Let's see the chat.
That's the
Let's come
spirit.
out.
That's where we go. Okay.
There we go. That's what we like to hear.
And hopefully I don't stay in bed all the time. Get out of bed before noon.
Actually, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm stealing that resolution. Stop sleeping in so much.
Yep.
Be more productive.
Oh man, Eric, you got what's your
Oh, dude, I think I got too many resolutions.
Well, we got time.
You got time? It's true. It's true. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get into random hobbies. Maybe I'll get back into more outdoors type of deal.
Nice.
I think that'd be
All
fun
right,
and
Eric,
interesting.
let me introduce you to a good hobby. It's
Yeah.
called bow and arrow fishing.
Oh, no. See. That's where I was heading. I was gonna say
Oh.
fishing. Number one, you gotta start with the basics. You can't just start on the other end of the spectrum.
You gotta do bow and arrow fishing. I don't know what it's called. It's called something. it's
I see. I see.
has anyone here seen those bows? The ones that are attached to an actual fishing pole? No, not a fishing pole. To a fishing, not a fishing pole.
That's
To like
fishing
an actual
spear.
rod. No, it's a
Into the
bow.
arrow. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Oh
it's
wait, is it
basically
like a
got a rod.
ballista on the side of the
No,
boat? Like you're
it's
like,
an arrow. No, it's an actual arrow, but it has the little thing that you have in fishing poles where you kind of like scoop it up.
you reel it in.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah,
you don't
you actually
shoot
can
the
really-
pole?
Yeah, no,
Wait,
yeah, you
shoot
shoot it.
shoot the arrow on, but the bow has the reel.
Yes.
Look,
Oh,
here's the
okay.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
he
pretty
was
nuts.
mixing them.
We
Too bad they're
live in a
expensive.
world of modern conveniences, and sometimes we just need to dial it back. And fishing rods, they're too new. We don't really get the spirit of fishing when all you do is sit back and then you can just cast it and then reel it. You have to go back to the basics. We gotta stab the fish with our hands.
Gotta go in there and wrestle the alligator down.
Oh boy.
Catch it with your bare hands.
If you're not choking the fish into the air with your bare hands, are you really living?
If you're not
Are you
getting
really
choked
leaving?
by the fish, are you really living?
When are we going bear hunted?
Bear hunting.
Oh look, all
No,
I'm saying is I want to
bears-
wrestle.
Bears are coming back to Texas.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
literally true.
Oh man.
East
Bears?
Texas,
Oh.
yeah. In East
It
Texas,
must be
we're
the-
we're
Dude,
the
they heard
black bear
Jesus
population
shit
is coming back.
bears, and then they're gonna come in and they're gonna beat them up. Watch out, Jesus! They're coming for you.
Yeah.
They're coming for your
They're gonna
guns.
stop
I've never seen deer before, but I was going up to San Antonio. There's dead deer all along 281. I've never seen deer in Texas. Not in South Texas.
There's
They're
deer all
around.
over.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a
you
lot
gotta
of
think
deer and stuff.
in San Antonio. I mean, if you go like an hour west of San Antonio, there's Uvalde, and it's all greenery over there. So a ton of deers.
Wow.
San
And
Antonio.
East Texas is all pine wood, right? So you get lots of deer over there in the
Wow.
forests.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm using that
Wouldn't have
middle
thought.
school geography knowledge. East
Yes, sir.
Texas is the piney woods. That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. See.
It's also the coast.
Yeah. Well, no, the Gulf Coast is region of Texas. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Getting
went to
into
school in Texas. I had to learn about Texas history.
I mean, so did I, but I don't remember any of it. Like, okay, I guess the Alamo, but
the Alamo.
that doesn't.
Do you remember the Alamo?
Boy, do I.
Remember the Alamo.
One nice thing about growing up in Texas is that the state history class isn't completely boring. We have a whole separate Revolutionary War to learn about.
Dude, what if
And a
what
bunch
if
of
you-
famous people died. The Alamo was basically, those movies they release every once in a while, which are just filled with like AAA stars. That's what the Alamo was, but for back then. And then they all died.
Yeah.
pretty much.
I don't
It's
Yeah.
remember.
literally hold on, dude. It's literally
Jim Bowie. They named a knife after him.
Uh.
Yeah.
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 And they all fought the forces of Santa. There, see context. We wrapped it into Christmas.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh man. Jesus, what's your New Year's resolution?
Boy. I think the main one is trying to prepare for my internship for the summer. Cause it's a big one. It's a big boy one.
Yeah,
They're paying me $29 an hour.
$29 an hour? What?
Jeez,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What am
Yeah,
I doing? I don't know. I
aerospace
might be
got that money.
dissecting human bodies for I know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna expect a lot from me. I'm just gonna be like, that's funny.
That is funny.
Oh man.
Because like at this point, by the end of this next semester, I'm gonna have 12 months of experience. We're actually
Yeah.
working as a quality engineer, so they put me as a senior quality intern at the new company. So
A senior intern.
yeah,
bad.
senior
Not
intern.
bad.
So I was like, all
Look, can
right.
you weigh up the ranks?
Already,
I am.
yeah.
Intern,
Yeah.
senior
My
intern.
boss was just like, you can get a $1 raise. I'm just like, let me get a $10 raise.
It's true.
Oh man.
He was actually discussing it. He was like, by the way, did you know people earn 3% increase in their wage if you stay longer? I'm like, I don't know about that one. $19 goes to like 19.50 cents. So I was like, I don't know.
I mean, even a $19 internship, that's pretty good. My internship was $15, and I was pretty content with that.
Yeah. I had a $10 internship, so
And
it is what it is.
I got a
Some people
13. I would be too.
Some people
Oh, so
don't
clearly
get
we're
paid.
already forming a hierarchy here.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm at the bottom of the tier list,
See,
but
this
that's
is what
okay.
capitalism does to us. It forces
At
us
least
into
you're
tiers.
ranked, okay?
Alice is all the way in the
I'm in the
unranked.
corner.
At least you're
Not
right.
applicable. Not even on
Yeah,
the
we're all
tier
up
list.
here, gold tier, diamond tier, and here's Alice down to bronze tier. Press FK respects.
It's okay, Alice. You'll be
You'll-
better than us one day.
No.
Who says you aren't already?
Exactly. I was just like, one day. That's okay. That's okay. Oh man.
Yeah, that is like the
I've
main.
been in this major like not a year. Oh, it's been a year. Not even a year.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh.
have a good head start on me, so I'm
Yeah.
not complaining too
Yeah.
Hey,
much.
did
But I
anyone else
am.
know that the background for the together mode is UNSC?
What?
Yeah, it's like they
Halo.
Microsoft properties. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I interrupted you. I just love Halo.
No, Halo's
Well,
cool.
You're way ahead of me, Alice, because I've been here 5 years, haven't got an internship yet, but I'm working at it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not working at it because like all this time I've been doing. Oh, you were asking about hobbies, and then you asked about what's it called? New Year's resolutions. I have had a hobby forced upon me, not
One moment, I
necessarily,
gotta take a call. I mean,
You're good.
You know,
not necessarily forced, but I've been doing a lot of construction around the house, so I've gotten a lot of hands-on stuff. I've been building this garage that I'm in now. I've been building my room. I just remodeled the bathroom, did all the pipes for it, the plumbing. I've done electrical already, framing. Like it's just been so wild, and it's super fun. Like I'm having
Yeah.
a pretty good time doing this because it's like I'm learning about all this stuff that I really didn't know how to do before. So I guess if I own a house later, I'll know how to do it. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I want to finish this bathroom. It's almost done. I want to finish my room. It's almost done. And then this garage will eventually have more shelves to put all our stuff on. So I'm working on that. And then once that's done, I've got that out the way. I've got a good environment to stay productive. And then find an internship, keep going to school. I still have this next semester will be my last big semester because the next 2 semesters, I think I'm taking like 2 hours at a time because it's just senior design. So looking forward to that. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
That's a cool hobby. You could totally write that in your resume.
I was honestly
Also,
thinking,
it's very good practical skills for future. Yeah.
I read today that you don't need a license to be what's called a general contractor.
You know.
So just like
Mm.
framing basic stuff, you don't. What you need a license for is electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. So if you needed to do any of that kind of work, they can sue you if you do the job and you do it wrong or something like that, and
wait,
they
who are
call
we suing?
somebody. Not me,
Contractors.
hopefully.
Contractors.
But yeah, that's
Did you know interns
cool
are
stuff.
contractors?
Interns are contractors.
Yeah,
In a
they're
sense.
contract workers.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a
Yes.
contract worker.
Yeah, that makes sense
Really?
because you're not a full time like salaried employee, right? You work for
Yeah.
a wage and you work for like a temporary amount of time. Could be an informal contract or it could be like a bigger company. It's probably like you have a 6 month contract or like a 3 month contract, that sort of thing. I
Oh,
believe it.
nice.
Yeah,
I
so
Well,
that
yeah.
means that we
Yeah.
get contract worker benefits, which means nothing.
My benefit is I get to wear whatever I want.
My benefit, downtown parking.
You know, see,
I have
Eric.
Mm.
I have
Oh,
access
no,
to
you
a
can.
parking garage in downtown. I never have to worry about parking there ever again. I don't have to go to those like really overpriced parking places where it's like $10 an hour for parking. Nah, man, it's free. According to this bad boy. Wait, do I have my card?
Everyone take a screenshot in the next
It's
10
somewhere.
seconds. Just print your own one.
Oh no, it's just like a blank. It's like those blank white key cards. It's like a magnetic thing, I think. Yes.
I get to wear whatever I want to as well. It's just that
Oh yeah.
big boy
Can you
CEO can walk around and
Oh,
just be
but
like, "Hello there."
got
you ever
got
bust out the
my
ripped jeans?
Whataburger gift card
That's a
right here.
Whataburger card.
Yes,
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
I
It's upside
there's a
down
lot of
too.
they do that. All the old the like the 60 plus people, they walk around whatever they want.
Mm.
And then there's
Nice.
me, and I'm just like, oh god. If the CEO just walks around, he did one time. I was eating. He came around and was like, "Good job, we're practicing COVID policies." I was like, "Thanks." When you get into a
Oh
big company, you start to get scared of the people you're not supposed to be talking to.
yeah.
Like,
Once I was working for a restaurant, Papados, and the thing about Papados is that it's like one restaurant out of like a huge chain of like the Papas company owns a bunch of different restaurants. So there's Papados, which is their seafood restaurant. There's Papacitos, which is their Mexican restaurant. They have a steakhouse chain. They have like basically it's like 8 different chains. It's all owned by Mr. Papas. This Greek dude or something. I don't know. But one time he came in on a Sunday morning when I was shucking oysters. And then my manager was like, oh man, Martin, you better shuck those oysters, right? Because he wants a huge plate of oysters. And I was like, you pay me enough to make sure these oysters are really good? But I mean, like, Mr. Pappas was sitting right over there, so I had to do them. Man, oysters. I still have PTSD from the oysters. I hate oysters. Man. Gross little sea boogers.
Not the oysters.
there was
No,
one
seriously,
time where
have you ever tried shucking like 1,000 oysters in like 3 hours?
I
It's not fun, man.
Can imagine it sucks.
there was one time where I had to go to do a little bit of checking. I had to do a task for the head engineer, and it involved a lot of testing and a lot of the testing of our parts. And whenever I went to the area for testing, the dude was like, "What are you doing here? Go talk to the head dude." I'm like, "What?" So apparently, I had to go talk to the head of that area to get permission to do the testing, even though we were supposed to do the testing anyways. So then he had someone walk me over to the dude, and I had like a 10-minute conversation with the head of that area, and he was very hard to talk to. I didn't understand why he was so hard to talk to. Like he wanted to know things that I didn't even know. It was like, well, what do you want me to tell you? It's just like I told him all I needed. He's like, I want more. I'm like, what do you want more from me? I was literally free for like 2 minutes.
Maybe they were just messing with you.
No, no,
Like,
no, no.
okay, guys,
Like,
let's ask him.
I actually know the
Ask him
reason
where he
why.
wants the samo flange. Okay, hey, where do you want the samo flange? Okay, hey, let's ask something else this time. Let's ask
No,
him where
it's
you want
like
the whatchamacallit. Yeah,
the
where's the
reason why.
whatchamacallit, Jesus? Huh? How come you don't have a whatchamacallit?
The reason why he was so hard to talk to is because I went back to my desk and I noticed that the dude that I was talking to was part of the 5 people who are head of the entire company. And I was like, oh
It's just there.
yeah, and I was like,
Your
oh,
face. Just
I
ruin
was
your
like,
head.
oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking to a pretty big honcho. I uh, I never did that task ever again for my boss.
He's just like, go do it, and you're just like, nah, I'll pass.
Bro. No,
Oh, man.
I never had to do it again. The next time that it happened, I got a permission slip. I was like, I'm avoiding this. Just get the little stamp from one of the engineers. Be like, all right, look, I got my step. My parents signed it off. Please let me in.
Taking a field trip to the back.
My boss was almost about to take me to a field trip. So to do some testings, we have to do X-ray scans, and the X-ray scans are done out of the company office. And apparently, we had to do a fill out a form in order to like leave the office and everything to get paid and all that stuff. So my boss kept talking about how we were going on a field trip. I was like, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at
I'm a
all.
grown-ass man taking a field trip.
You're Arnold in the Magic School Bus. Oh, please let this be a normal field trip with the frizz. No way. That's you, man.
Yeah,
That was
that's him.
Yeah.
Cruise on to the test room. We're all relaxed and cool. Next thing that you know, you got to talk to the supervisor.
Those are just a few of my stories from work.
Amazing.
Fun and exciting.
There are more examples, but they're kind of
did,
abstract. Huh?
You ever have to edit someone else's CAD files and you don't have a clue how they did what they did?
No.
Or the design process in general? It's pretty bonkers.
Is that what you're doing for your internship?
That's what I did for a project earlier. It I had to recad the whole thing.
Yikes.
The way they built it, it was pretty wild. Like everything was related. It was like,
Uh,
it's pretty crazy. I had to
That sounds
change
pretty
everything
fun.
myself. Yeah. Yeah, I sat down. I was like, all right, I gotta relearn Creo real quick.
As you do.
As you do, yeah.
That also happened to me. Well, in a different sense. So we asked some of the people in the assembly line to deassemble an assembly, and it came back in like 8 little bags, and they didn't even deassemble it correctly. So I was like, you mother. So I had to go to the place where they were doing it, and I had to go and ask some of the process engineers for help.
Did
And
you
I had
find
to
the
do it myself.
camouflage?
Demo flange.
I found a thermal glands. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, people don't do their job. This is a true fact.
It's a very
It's a
true
very
fact.
true fact.
I feel like anyone who's been in an internship knows just how terrible engineers truly are.
I had an engineer who refused to receive PDFs or emails on anything. If you wanted to ask him something about a file, you had to print out the entire thing. And we were doing architectural plans on these big, like 32-inch by 24-inch, like sheets of paper. Like, so every time I had to ask him for if he wanted to make any comments about a revision, I have to print out the whole thing, lug it over to his desk. He would make like one mark on a pen, and then I would go and change it in Revit, and then have to do the whole process over again. It's just like this paper stacking up, and you're like, Adobe PDF editor has like a little pen you can use.
Mhm. Oh man. Ah, jeez.
There are a lot of boomers though in my company.
A lot of boomers, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're talking to 60 plus, it's kind
well,
of
I have a lot of 80 plus friends.
yep.
80 plus friends.
Look, they are very kind souls. Okay,
Yeah,
True,
they are.
it's true. It's true.
they're the
Just
type of people
yeah,
who
they're great people.
they're at the point where they just want to talk. They don't care as much about working. So they're fun to talk to, but sometimes you're just like you gotta introduce them what K-pop means, and then they come back to you the next day and they're like, "I hate you." You're like, "Why are you listening to Britney songs?" I'm like, "Britney songs? What the?"
oh man.
It's Britney.
It's just in Britney, the newest K-pop star. Yeah.
The
Britney,
newest
what's-
K-pop star, dude. When does she collab?
What's her unit?
No, she'll
Yeah.
start. She'll start streaming. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
starts streaming. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite streamer. What's her name? Oh, that one young Latina woman. She's like House of Representative of somewhere.
Oh, AOC.
AOC, there you go, dude. My favorite
Oh,
streamer.
I think I've heard of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she do like an Among Us thing or something?
Yeah, she did Among Us. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
definitely not famous for anything else. No.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
she raised a lot of money from that.
Her
Yeah,
policies are cool. But let's not talk politics, because
Come on. That was at least wholesome. That was at
Okay,
least
okay. We
Yeah.
won't talk. We won't talk
Alright.
politics, but we'll all blame Erasmus and call him a big coward. Okay. All right. Enough.
But yes, I really do like AOC. She's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know
does any-
her. Never heard of her. Although I don't really watch streamers anyway, so.
Yeah.
it's like I think
That's her
I
one time.
Yeah.
May I introduce you to Tyler One?
Oh,
Very good streamer.
no. He's
Is that like-
amazing.
Is that like you on like a different YouTube channel or something?
No.
Are you trying to plug yourself on this stream?
No.
I mean,
Dude,
it's my spirit animal, so.
Tyler One's really cool. Not dogging on the guy, but oh boy.
What does that mean?
No. Trust me, he's
Tyler
really
One-
cool. He's really cool.
Tyler
Just-
One's
just-
a cool man.
Just look up some of his videos and you'll get a nice compilation of people yelling
Yeah. Don't worry.
very
But,
loudly.
however, he is built different, so it's okay.
Yeah. I
He's
think
built
that's where that meme comes from, right?
Yes, he says it all the time.
I'm built different.
Man's like 6'5", 250. I'm built different.
Oh man. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or are we good with ending our little session here?
Anything you want
think
to talk
we're
about,
good.
Jesus?
What?
Anything you want to talk about?
The
Yeah.
ship conference.
The chip
Yeah.
conference. Sure, why not?
Let's-
Yeah, go for it.
Plug it in.
Plug it in? Alright, I'll plug myself. Where's my cable? No. I'm
Yeah,
just
plug ship in general.
kidding. Yo, the ship conference is actually where I got this 29 an hour job from. So I was like, if you need an example that it's worth it, it's worth it if you actually want to do it. A lot of really big companies went to the actual conference, and in person it's better. But this year, of course, it was virtual, so that kind of sucked. And honestly, seeing like the virtual part of it makes you kind of see the competition that there is for mechanical engineers. So I know someone also in ship, and they they went into the line for the same company that I was going into line in, and they were number 3. And then when I went in, I was number 17, and I was like, "Are you joking me? Is it that many mechanical engineers out there?" So it's just like dang, I didn't know that there were that many. And also, you kind of see like a lot of people are kind of veered towards either automotive or you're going towards manufacturing or you're going to construction. So like
Yeah.
those are the 3 main fields from what I've seen over there. And the ship conference has given me a lot of experience. I screwed up one of the interviews really badly. I went into the Chevron, right? This is after like 3 or 4 interviews already, and I went in thinking they were a manufacturing company, and then in the middle the dude's like, "Do you know who we are?" I'm like, "Oh no, they're an oil and gas company, and I've been only talking about manufacturing stuff."
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like,
Yikes.
"Oh yikes!"
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a uh-oh.
Oh, no. Jeez.
Sometimes that's how it be.
Yeah. So when is this conference usually?
When? It's
Yeah.
usually during early, like November 1st or late October.
Mm.
So it's kind of like smack in the middle of everything. We also give slips to all our members who are actually attending it, and you're excused from any tests or anything you're pretty much due for that is not homework related. because homework you can do earlier,
Cool.
but tests you can't.
Yeah.
So we have those slips ready for everyone.
Yeah. So how do you get a membership
So
for
we
SHIP?
have
How do you get a
a lot
membership?
of time to
SHIP?
prepare.
We actually have a SHIP website, and we also have a lot of links. If you just search up SHIP UTD, where you can go straight to our link, and you can go into you can, if you email us, is the fastest way to join us, and or you can just contact me, because I can just send you into our newsletter, because every single week we have a email that gets sent out, and it pretty much sums up what we're gonna be doing for the week, what events we have upcoming, what things we're gonna want to do, and all that stuff. So that's a good way to like stay in tune for what we're gonna do.
Yeah. And we'll try
And for
including
listeners,
all that stuff on the
yeah,
description.
in the video description. Yes, I was
Yeah.
about to say. Thank you, Resmo.
Yeah.
I have a question. Who can join SHIP?
Anyone, you don't have to be Hispanic. You don't know
Yeah.
the amount of Indians and Asians I saw at the SHIP conference. It is not just
Yeah.
Hispanics.
Wait a second.
If that's what you were
I'm
asking.
Asian. How many are you Asian?
Wait a second. I'm a person.
Wait a
I'm a
second.
person who.
Whoa.
You're not an engineer either? Then no worries, you can still join.
Actually, it's also for non-engineers.
Yeah.
I know a some sales business major at UTD, and they got a sales engineering
You can
job.
join.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
you can join.
I'm more confused by how a business major got a sales engineering job just by going to the conference. I was like, what?
Don't worry
Throw
about
yourself
it,
in the-
man.
Yeah.
We out here
Opportunities for
struggling.
everyone.
There's opportunities for everyone.
Amazing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Jesus.
Thank
This is time for me to just.
Tell
Oh no, no, you don't have to fade away.
about
Oh,
that.
bye-bye.
All together. Oh man, this is pretty good. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you everyone for showing up and giving your piece to the pie. Does anyone has any closing statements they want to say real quick?
ASME members, watch out for our meeting. We're going to be having one, I believe, the Thursday after the first week of school, I believe. Is that correct?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
We'll have it in the video description. In the video description, we'll have the date of our first meeting, and then we'll also ping you in the Discord whenever we finalize that and make sure we can get that to you. So keep on a lookout. We'll have a quick meeting, a general meeting at the beginning of January where we'll talk about our plans for the semester. And we hope to see you there.
Yeah.
All righty.
Exciting semester ahead, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it's gonna be exciting.
For the club, at least.
Wait,
I don't know about academics.
where did you go?
Oh
Okay.
man, he's gone. I think he's gone for
He's just
good.
straight up gone.
Gone. You got
All
ganked.
right.
Well, what Martin
All right.
said. But before then, make sure to have a good holiday.
Yes.
Take a break. Be productive. Mental health is first, especially with all this COVID stuff, stuck at home. It's hard to maintain a balance. So
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully we get out of it soon, guys.
yeah,
Happy to y'all.
hopefully.
All right. Well, bye.
Hey to the
See you guys
people.
later.
Woo. All right.